Hey, it's John Zockley here. I've been making less videos lately. I'm coming to you from just outside the Sacramento Convention Center, Sacramento, California. And as I've said, I've been making some of the videos I've been making because I've been the subject of this brainwashing, and everyone ignores me, which is kind of bizarre. I've filed reports with the police and the FBI and you name it. At least I think I did. I don't know if the websites I go to are really what they look like. Some people suggested my life is a Truman Show, so none of it means anything. So, my telling my story doesn't mean anything. Just killing time, basically. And the reason I've been making these videos is because, for some reason, it seems to me that they're more effective than my blog. And I've been covering the most important points. So, and I've started at the top and I'm working my way down, and there's less and less that I want to keep covering. But there's one very important incident in my life that I want to cover right now that's just so critical. When I was a student at Ohio State, a few friends of mine and I went to see Goober and the Peas, who's a rockabilly punk band from Detroit. In their stage show, they say they're from Arizona, but they're actually from Detroit. And people moshed to them and everything, and they were a lot of fun. And it was at Stache's, which was an old kind of punk bar on North High Street, North Campus in Columbus. I don't think it's even still in existence. But some friends of mine and I went out there one night for the show. And when you go up and mosh, some people would set their beer. There were some steps that came down from the stage. When you go up and mosh, some people would set their drinks kind of on like the first step off to the right, And I set my beer down over on one of those steps, and then went out and moshed. And I looked back and my beer was gone. I thought, wow, somebody swiped my beer. There's someone in this bar that's enough of a prick that they actually swiped my beer. And okay, so I went and bought another one and did the same thing. And then the same thing happened again. Okay, I went out and moshed and looked back, and again, my beer was gone. And I think one of my friends said they saw who did it, and they pointed out some guy. And I was like, are you serious? He actually swiped my beer? And I'm like, yeah. So I went and got a third one. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this time. And I went and set it down, and I went and moshed for a minute. Then I turned around and acted like I was heading for the bar. And I turned around, and sure enough, I caught the guy just as he was reaching down to grab my beer, and he saw me out of the corner of his eye, and it was some sick faggot, as I found out later. And he caught me out of the corner of his eye, and instead of grabbing it, he stopped. And he acted like he was running back to his table, and he mocked me by going like this, acting like he took my beer again and was drinking it. And now what I've said is that I've been set up to be easily provoked, and that's exactly what this faggot was doing. He was trying to set me up to provoke me, and sure enough, I went after him. It's a free country, and this guy's, screwing with me like this intentionally. Now, I didn't know that it was part of this whole setup, that my whole life is an experiment to make me easily provoked and then do such things. But, I think I might have written about this in my blog, and I thought it was very important to cover it in video because it's such a critical event, because I've got a couple witnesses to the whole thing. They were my roommates. One was a guy named Dave Mowry, and the other was a big fellow named Tony, who was also there when Sean Newman's friends had set us up behind Papa Joe's. So those are two really important events that happened in Columbus. I went after the guy, and the tables were flying, and Goober made a joke about it from the stage, and they kicked me out. And while Tony was holding me outside where the bouncer took us out, this faggot smacked me while Tony was holding me back. And so that's about how these people operate. But anyway, I just wanted to cover that one critically important incident. It's not a coincidence. That event is absolutely related to everything that's